I woke up this morning
really says,
thinking to myself,
So wait
I
a minute.
really wanted to talk about Game of Thrones.
Can we
You
acknowledge
want controversy?
Can we acknowledge the fact that I tried to get y'all to watch the show for years, and y'all?
You got me trying to watch it since like what, 2012,
Hold
2013?
on. Let me ask you a question, though. Do you still feel good about getting us to watch the show, though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because one thing I hate more than anything is bad endings. And let me ask y'all this. Have either one of y'all went back and watched season 8 of Game of Thrones?
No.
Okay, me neither. But that's what today's topic is about.
I had saw a meme that talked about Game of Thrones has universally, from a rating standpoint, award standpoint, is one of the best shows in human history. Right? And we're at a time where everybody is sitting at home and no one is rewatching this show.
Like, the ending makes it to where it's rewatchable.
That ending was so bad. Like, even me, like I can love Game of Thrones. I cannot bring myself to watch it because I know I'm gonna either have to choose to stop at the end of season 6, kind of get through 7, and just call it quits there. Like one of the highest rated, most loved, award-winning in human history. And we're all stuck at home, binge watching new shows, new movies, stuff we might not, stuff we love. Nobody. I've seen nobody
shit out, except
talk
for Game
about
of Thrones.
rewatching Game of Thrones. Like, I think about it and I'm like, no, I ain't trying to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see that ending again. Like, it's a phenomenon. It's so that the ending was that bad for a show that was universally thought to be so great.
Universally thought to be the best show.
Man, shout this. I gotta ask. I have to ask because I'm kind of in the same rant. I'm watching a shit ton of shows right now. I'm just started watching this show. Cursed on Netflix is kind of like the whole Arthurian sword in the stone shit.
I want to start that.
What's it called?
So I'll let you, Curse. I'll let you know.
It's called
I got like
Sword in the
4
Stone?
episodes.
Sugar.
I'll let me wait a minute. I'll let you know because there's some parts of that bitch where you kind of like, okay, this season made the game.
Oh, wait, I see it right here. Number 1.
Yeah. Okay, but listen.
Number 2 in the U.S. today.
Listen, what made Game of Thrones season 8 so bad for y'all in just season 8?
I got this. So, for me, here's the thing. I discussed this so many times with so many different people. The issue with season 8 is the fact that the story overall could have made sense, but they rushed everything. Like, that outline of the story is fine, the details are not there.
I'm not even gonna say it had anything to do with Russia. All the years you spent building up all this stuff for nothing. Like, none of it paid off in the end. Like, none of it mattered. And all this stuff, and you showed that was so important. We spent all this time looking at, talking about through multiple seasons.
They didn't talk about the legend, the lore of Azor Ahai, all the stuff.
None of it. Like,
let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a quick question real quick. Because I was just chilling today. Like I said, this is the reason I brought this up. Do you think that Game of Thrones, granted, the stuff that was written by George R. R. Martin, and even to where it went, it was so big on surprising deaths, betrayals, and all of that. But when you get to the end, you have to think, none of that stuff matters no more. Because all of this was leading towards a fight at the end of the day. Not no betrayal. It was all leading towards a fight. Do you think Game of Thrones season 8 tried to rely on that and then just be like, hey, this is where we at. We at the end of the road. There's no more of that. Me personally, and much as I think it might not have went over well, I think it went over better than what we got. It's like, I think this show might have needed something completely different, which is a happy ending.
So that's how I was going to go. Like, one of my favorite theories of Game of Thrones season 8 before it came out was the fact that they would actually have to band together at the end to kill the Night King. That the last episode was going to basically be certain characters were already dead, and basically it was going to be
they
either the Night King winning.
They almost had to until Arya ninja'd out the fucking tree.
I can't hate on girl Arya. My thing was this. I can't hate on girl Arya, but anyway, I was going to say this. As far as me, like, I felt like they made Cersei the bigger deal than the Night King. And that, to me, was going backwards. You should have done that. You should have made it to where they wouldn't even have to go that far. They would have retreated, and they would have found out what actually happened. Did
y'all see the statement made by the guy who plays the Night King?
No, what did he say?
He said that he wished that the White Walkers would have just slaughtered them all.
See, and that's another thing.
And now that's what I'm wishing. That the White Walkers, it ends with them running through Winterfell and the Night's Watch, right? Just running through that shit, killing all of them, and then marching to King's Landing and slaughtering everybody. End of the show, roll the credits.
So I was going to get that to the end. So basically, it was supposed to be that fight, and this was one of two things: either a happy ending, or it was supposed to be everybody dies. But the actual ending was.
Stop saying what it was supposed to be. What it was supposed to be is what it was.
I know. I'm saying these are the theories that I was reading online beforehand.
It was bad.
I understand that. I'm not denying it. What I'm saying is the final clip you would see is the blue eye of what's John's wolf's name, Ghost. You actually see, and it was all just a dream that he had. And
that's a cop out. I didn't want to hear that because I feel like that was,
let me finish.
I hate that shit when they go through that shit, and then it's just a dream. Like, no, that's a cop out.
Let me finish.
Twilight shit. No.
Let me finish. Let me finish what the theory was. Gosh. And then at that point, it was Bran who was actually warging into the wolf, seeing what the future was through his dream.
Fuck Bran. I still don't care. Like, you fit those extra 5 to 6 words didn't change my opinion.
I know. I'm just telling you. That's what the theory. That's one of the theories I actually enjoyed because it was on twists and turns at every which way.
It will be. But look, I think, but that's my thing though. I think it got to relying on twists and turns too much. When the story just had became like a simple, there was no more twists and turns to be had. It was, hey, we got the Night King, we got Daenerys, and we got Jon, and we got Cersei.
You say there was no more twists and turns. The final season was a twist and turn. Arya
killing
the Night King, Bran becoming king, Cersei and I forget his name with the hand. Jaime. Don't even get the depth that the fans were. They did. I feel like it's almost like they did the complete opposite, just to say that fans weren't right, just to be able to throw theories off. They did the complete opposite.
You should have just went. I know the show has been up like this and just been doing boom, 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 boom. But in this situation, I think the best solution was to straight line that bitch. And you straight line it, bro, listen, let me tell you one of the biggest twists, and I know y'all fucking hated this shit, is Bran saying that's what he came for? To be the motherfucking king? We already heard this nigga say he didn't want to be nothing like that, y'all.
He played chess, bro. He used them as pawns.
That makes me angry. Like, that line makes me angry. Because it's like, you got this chick dragging your ass around because you know you gonna be king. So it pisses me off because all these years, right, where he became the Raven, and Bran disappeared for like a season or two.
Yep.
It's just like this in my mind. Bran just chilling because he knows in the end I'm gonna be king, so I ain't really got to do nothing anyway. Like, that's just like, why do you think I came all this way? Man, I'd have pushed his ass out that goddamn chair.
Bro, I would have killed him. He would have seen it coming. I ain't give a fuck. I would have killed him, dog.
There's an interview
to do old boy like that.
Which one?
Little dude.
Tyrion. Oh, Tyrion had a terrible last season.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God, he had a terrible. Character. Listen, his character was one of the most beloved characters for 7 seasons. Season 8, they turned this nigga into nothing. And listen, bro, I defend certain parts. There's certain parts in season 8 I do enjoy. Okay, but there's certain shit I really don't be like, okay, that shit was mishandled. Tyrion, a goof. Like honestly, I'm sorry, I just would have been easier with a happy ending. Just let Jon and fucking Daenerys rule. Listen, the censorship pissed me off so bad because you said, I'm sorry, Bran, but I'm going out. The North will no longer be run by anyone else. I'm like, so CJ can do that shit? You mean to tell me CJ can say, hey, I'm going to take this just because. And nobody else going to be like, well, she can take that.
Why can't I do it too? So I get you. I really understand that.
This is why I wanted to get into this because it's just so bad, man.
No, that I completely get. That I can understand. But I was gonna say, do you know there's an interview with fucking George that he said he was always planning on putting Bran in the throne at the end, and just the way that it was executed in season 8 basically didn't make it correct. That's what I'm going on.
George fucking up to me.
So let me put it like this. Let me put it like this.
Listen, Fred, fuck all that shit. Until George put them books out, don't shit matter.
That's true. That's true. But that's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for somebody to tell. I'm not reading the book.
I'm probably gonna end up reading them once the other one's coming. But anyway, my point is this.
Summary on YouTube. Somebody got
My
it.
point is this. So if the final product is Bran on the throne, but then you compare the book versus what you compare on the show, and it's much better executed in the book, would that make it to where?
No.
Bran,
the
end result is the same. Yeah.
It's books,
don't care.
Movies, TV, scriptures, writing on the wall. I don't give a damn.
So y'all don't like the fact that he ends up as king at all. It's okay. That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking this.
Okay. Well,
if the story is better, my question is this: if the story is better, if the story would have been handled much more finesse, would y'all still would have been? Y'all still would be hating on the ending part, even if the rest of the story would have been great. Season 8. Yes.
Season 8. So the story would have been better, but
season 8
end up on the throne.
Yes.
Fred, what season did he say I don't want no power? I can't be? That line still resonates. Like that still happened. It didn't happen in season 8. So it'd be like you'll still get to the end and be like, why the fuck is Bran? Why the fuck is Bran the ruler? Like, what? You literally like. I feel like this dude deceived everybody.
No, yes, he did. He did.
Like Bran a piece of shit, man. Like, dude. Like no. Jon got banished. Arya, I'm gonna do some more ninja training. Probably get superpowers in the end. Sansa ruling Winterfell. Sir Bronn of the Blackwater is just like
he's the only one who was really good. He was good. He was like
Cersei and Jaime died from rocks. When innocent people got burned alive, granted, I am a person who am super happy. I wish he could have killed everybody.
Let's not forget about the horse that came and saved Arya out of nowhere.
That kind of was a cop out.
About the magical horse that shows up when Arya is trapped and should die, like should be dead, like she should have died. This magical horse.
According to the theory, she is dead.
No,
that's why the horse showed up.
Fred, shut up. There ain't no fucking theories. The show's over.
All your goddamn theories, Fred.
No. The theories are still valid because the show is over. The books aren't. These theories pick up after Jon Snow dies in a Night Watch. So the theories for what's going to happen in the stories are still very valid for what's going to happen in the books.
Fred, we're going to the show. I never read the books, Fred. I never read the books, Fred. I would never read the books, okay? I'm not a book reader. Unless it's a damn copy, okay? Or the Bible. That's it. Other than that, I probably ain't reading that stuff. So I can only go off
That's why I mentioned that.
But not even that, man. We had them cool looking ass White Walkers, and them motherfuckers, hold up, fuck all that, fuck them. We never even seen the Night King cross blades with nobody. Oh my God!
This is the same motherfucker. With the Night King. This is the same motherfucker.
Who? Tom Brady.
When Daenerys fuck Tom Brady. Tom Brady got the kind of arm. That's Peyton Manning. When Daenerys showed up on that dragon, the calmness of this man. If this dragon is flying away, he looked at his general. No expediency, no urgency whatsoever. Put his hand out, took his spear, looked at that dragon, lined up his shot, like taking all the goddamn time in the world, and one-shotted this dragon. And we don't get to see this man cross blades with anybody. You then put him, the Night King, Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen, in the same battlefield, and they don't cross blades
What's worse, he actually ignores him.
at all. And it's just like, well, what was the Night King? What was he after? Well, he was after Bran, but like he don't fight at all, like nothing.
I haven't revisited this show in so long. I'm really it just all hit me again. Like, how bad?
You wanted to bring it up.
I know. I have my idea, but it's just like.
So
damn.
a few things I want to mention. For the whole show as a general, would you have actually wanted it to be spread out, have more seasons to actually be more fulfilled? That way things could have got better instead of just train wreck.
It don't
How do
matter.
you think it?
It don't matter.
I personally don't think it would have mattered, considering the fact that the book still haven't came out. So
That's also
technically,
true.
they just would
That's also
have.
true.
They still would have just been writing shit that they thought of.
Fair point.
So
Fair point.
it really wouldn't matter. Now, I personally, I just think they should have went a different way. I think they should just straight line that bit, and that would have. You straight line it, and you get. You still accomplish what you wanted to, because everybody's just thinking like, oh, it's going to have to be a twist here and there. If you straight line that bit, nobody see, you know what I'm saying, you doing that. Everybody expecting a twist and a turn. And you gave them so many twists and turns, but it's like, it was overkill. Like, and it ended up tarnishing the. I'm sorry, but it tarnished the whole show. That.
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
That, like, regardless of what the books end up doing, because I didn't read the books. You know what I'm saying? I only watched the show.
Watch the show,
so
yeah.
It's just like a comic. Like, a comic handle a lot of things better than movies, but I've only watched. I'll see both. But in this situation, it doesn't matter, because a show that was granted, like I said, I jumped on after season 7. Okay, I jumped on. I've only watched Game of Thrones in its entirety twice. Okay, except for season 8, which I only seen once. So I'm not that invested as some who like cuz who've been on it longer. But it's like, well, I'm actually happy that I'm not, because I would be even more disappointed.
It's frustrating.
Like,
Fair point.
It's fuck.
The show is ruined, bro. Like,
Okay.
honestly, I don't even put it in a top 5 best shows of all time. I don't think you can go there. I don't think you can put it there, because when you can't be like, oh, this didn't happen. No, it happened. Season 8 of Game of Thrones happened.
Right, and let's not forget the Battle of Winterfell in the dark, where you couldn't see shit, and they told us it was our.
That was upsetting.
They told us it was our TVs.
That was very upsetting.
Like you fuck up the filming of this episode just to tell people, now y'all TVs is trash.
Listen, listen, that was weird to me. It's like, oh, he's the Night King. So I knew the battle was gonna be at night, but they should have cop out or something like it didn't have, like, you could have write some bullshit like, oh, the moon is shining bright. I don't know, something. God damn, like,
right.
It's fuck. And they ain't supposed to die. They are supposed to die. They were getting their ass whooped. Hey, the Dothraki. Listen, none of the Dothraki were supposed to make it back, but they all rolled in. And, man, once they fires went out, they couldn't see shit, so they supposed to just die then. Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Jamie out here just steady surviving with just one hand. Oh my God, he can hit.
I don't know how he lived.
And
Jamie
then dipped on her.
Teflon Don. Don't nuts get
No, he hit Brianna Tarth, got up and dipped on her ass for Cersei just to get down there. Oh my God, what was they thinking, man? You know what?
So let me ask y'all this. Was I will say to me one of the more fulfilling parts of season 8.
I feel like this would be like sarcastic.
It's not. Was the Hound and the Mountain fighting?
That was good. Like I say, that's actually one of the few things I actually did enjoy.
That was actually one of the more fulfilling. Even though the Hound went down with his brother, like it was still a very he finally got
Because it completed the story the way it's supposed to.
Story. That's one of the more. That was one of the more fulfilling parts. Probably one of the only fulfilling parts of season.
Actually, mention the second one because I can't think of one right now.
Do y'all think? How many stories y'all think were fulfilled by season 8? Like that were really like that paid off well.
So characters who won?
No. Stories fulfilled.
No, just like you feel like the story for that.
Story got a good resolution. A good resolution to the character story.
Other than Demond and the Han.
Gendry?
Gendry, really?
Ish.
Okay.
I mean, because people be like, "Well, he's the rightful king because he's Robert Baratheon's son." Well,
he usurped the throne technically.
Right, like your father,
and he's a bastard technically,
from the Targaryens. So, but I feel like in the end, listen, this dude was a blacksmith with nothing, and then they granted him land. So, like, I feel like
he won.
He came from what he was.
Blackwater.
Theon.
Bron the Blackwater.
I think Theon shit was fulfilled.
Wait a minute, Theon lost his dick. No, it wasn't.
Duh.
Listen, bro, come on, man. After that, only thing you can do is die. So this is kind of like
Theon lost. I don't give a shit what they gave you. Theon lost. Theon gets no W's. Theon gets a
man.
No, what was his name? His name was Theon. What was his name?
Reek.
Oh gosh.
Oh, man, Reek.
Reek gets no W's. That's all L's across the board for Reek.
Bro, they did my boy Reek bad, man. Reek went out super sad. Okay, we gotta go. We okay.